Welcome! And we 1 minute until start of Guerilla collection. There are like 5 of different showcases gonna be happen today, and I don't know if I definitely made too little of thumbnails to cover everything, but we'll try to watch everything on stream if it's possible, if they're not gonna overlap with each other. Especially, I don't know how Wholesome Games and Guerrilla Collective gonna be one after another. I don't know if I will be restarting stream or it's just gonna be one long one like yesterday. We'll see. Yeah. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Guerilla Collective 3.
Been a long time coming.
It has.
We've been sitting here with these masks.
I'm over the masks.
2 years.
2 years.
When we started
Mask.
this G3 stuff, this Guerilla Collective GC stuff, I mean, we had to rock these.
Yeah.
But I think it's about time.
It's about time to take them off.
Let's take these off and let's get right into it. What is
took off the masks.
Welcome to GC3, the Guerilla Collective 3 Summer Showcase, the least pretentious showcase you will see this summer. That trick, the 3-peat, the menage. Anyway, I'm your host, Justin Woodward, co-founder of The Mix, the Media Indie Exchange, and Terabang Entertainment, and advisor of the Black Game Developer Fund, as well as Black Voices in Gaming. I'm with my amazing co-host, the Green-Eyed Bandit, can't stand it, Candace McKinney. How's it going, Candy?
It's going great, Justin. I am so happy to be here co-hosting GC3 and kicking off the summer with everybody.
Really kick it off tough. The Guerilla Collective was created because everything was fragmented in terms of the press and event organization during the zombie apocalypse of 2020.
What?
So we decided to come together, organize, and deploy showcases with our fellow independent hustlers in the game industry and add some flavor and style to the industry to give folks a creative jolt during the chaos that was ensuing. The Guerilla Collective's main message is unity. We are carrying on the tradition of organization with these showcases with leading game studios, publishers, and industry leaders independently to share announcements, gameplay reveals, updates, and drops from studios of all sizes direct to everyone watching worldwide.
So this week, we started Black Voices in Gaming, and today we will blow things up with GC3, showcasing a wide range of games, and then we'll hand it off to our friends over at Wholesome Games for their Wholesome Direct Showcase. Later on this week, we'll have the GC 3.5, where we're going to share some fresh games that are crispy and lit.
They're going to be mad crispy.
I have to cover 3.5 also.
We have to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, PlayStation, Razer, Astro Gaming, Tencent, our fellow devs and publishers, 11-Bit Acapora, All In.
That's a bunch of show sponsors.
Aurora Punks, Freedom, Graffiti, Gravity Games, Arise, HeroCraft, Modern Wolf, Raw Fury, Tiny Build, Wire Productions. Also, salute to the developers who played a role in the showcase. They have contributed their games and resources to make this possible.
And once again, you guys, we've teamed up with the fine folks at Valve to showcase our stream on their platform in order to support the devs. Be sure to check out the Guerilla Collective 3 event page.
Of course, I'm also gonna show up everything.
Now, or add them to your wish list for the games that haven't been released yet. These wish lists really help the devs, so let's do it.
Definitely check out the wish lists. Support the devs.
Well, after the streams.
Shout out to our broadcasting partners for supporting the showcase and the developers on the stream: Twitch, Steam, IGN, of course, GameSpot. We are trying something out new this time around. We're going to be doing key drops through QR codes randomly during the showcase. So please have your phones ready to grab some codes from the Guerilla Collective GC. Let's say hello to our Mix Master Guerilla Squad partners who are co-streaming today. You all are amazing. Be sure to check out all of the great reactions and commentary from them. Let's get started with the first set of games that go OD this summer, beginning with a hardcore Soul Seeker simulation, a Soul-like action RPG, as well as some up-and-coming games and a few exclusive surprises on the horizon for release. Let's get started.
I can't wait.
Sounds like, okay. does not look like Souls-like. Isometric, shoot 'em up. My nurse is attacked! Grab a body! Have a blast! The apocalypse has never been so much fun! Really? I suppose. From space. Okay. Oh, violence, blood, sexual themes. Use for alcohol. Wake up. You're born on Stratospheric Earth's first colony ship. You're 10 years old when the ship reaches wormhole to another world. The possibilities of your future stretch out before. There's something you need to remember. Pick an activity to do this month. You can pick a yellow flower. The first flowers to bloom here. Shipping chick. Cat to the right become wildcat? Victorious! So there are a bunch of stats. You grow up. Of course, relationships. Yeah, so it's... Oh, new species. Take off your mask, you'll be fine. Pull your mask off. If humans have secured hold of this planet, you are excited, technically, and not think about it. So it's survival and adventure and... oh, you... like... your character will... I was a teenage exocolonist. Nice name. No, interesting. World premiere! It was an interesting concept. It looks like Lea Saphir, but me. Oh. I'm reminded of Braid so much. About this little guy who was reversing time. Puzzles, platforming. Yeah. So you're not reversing time here, you're splitting yourself into... oh. A lot of platforming. A lot of jumping. Not for me. Ugly? Come on. Available 2023? Next year? This game looks sad. Oh, what was it in the end? New... what? Skins? Is... what's this? There's so much shooting in space. Something that already out? I don't remember. Boundary. Bet this summer. So it was something new? Gamera Interactive. Okay. Oh! RPG? RPG. I'm always on for RPG. You can get everything you need there. Yes, it looked like a classic RPG. Looks good. Like Pillars of Eternity. The dynamic battle system. Always parrying. I like this game a lot and want to know the title so I could wishlist it later. Ah, it's a lot. Champions of Four Kingdoms. I already wishlisted this. Yes, yeah, waiting for this game. I won't play it on early access. June 30. June 30. Oh, early access.
Alaloth has come such a long way and is looking really impressive. I remember when that game just got started. Looking forward to checking that out, as well as Boundary shooting folks in space. What?
Coming up next, we're going to get serious with some games that may scare you a little, and then transition to some more narrative-driven situations that might make you contemplate life. We got a full roller coaster of emotions coming up. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go! Leonardo Interactive. Invader Studios. Shades. Shooting stuff, or shooting zombies, or sci-fi zombies. Gameplay footage is not final. I'll remember this. It's like a sci-fi version of Resident Evil. Probably. Yeah, it really reminds me of Resident Evil. Upgrade. Freezing power increased. So you have not only guns but some instruments to your adventures against zombies. Okay. Nice. Daymare 1994 Sandcastle. Wasn't there a game called Daymare before? So it's part of the franchise? Some horror about train and hole. Remember our promise. Oh, that's a gun. Triangles. Some spooky. Something spooky. Insert blank card. Well, I'm on terror. Pick up library key. Yeah, and this one really reminds me of old Resident Evil and Silent Hill. If Daymare was like Resident Evil 4, this one like Resident Evil 1. I'll do anything. Oh, it's anime. I made a promise. Signal this. A game by Rose Engine. Curious. October. Oh, zombies. The teacher awaits. You play in school? This time there are others. Oh, ducks. A bunch of ducks. Electricity. Work together. So it's a cooperative or become rivals. So you have possessed teacher, lock gates, and you need to escape either together or by yourself. How will you survive? Gravewood High. I don't know.
She's playing with my mind. There is no fucking escape.
It is still unknown if she was under the influence of any drugs, or if it was actually
It's definitely a horror.
ritual as indicated by
Something is happening here.
So far, his left leg and 3 fingers have not been found.
What?
The first victim was her own 75-year-old father. Madison mutilated his body in such a way that his face was unrecognizable.
Ooh.
His body was found beneath.
I mean, he was the only one in the lift when he came in, so there's nothing to be afraid of.
Hours later, Madison continued to mutilate her body before disposing of it.
2022. At least they put year of release date inside the trailer. 1987. Wasn't there something with this photo? Photo apparatus? Camera? Photo camera.
This is impossible. This place didn't look like this a second ago.
But you used your magic photo camera to probably change.
Chains? Maybe I can break them with something.
Do not use. Why you don't need to use it? What's inside of it?
What the hell am I doing?
That's a good question.
The doorbell.
Wasn't that phone?
The front door.
I'm sure that was phone. It sounds like a phone, not a doorbell. Yeah, I have a feeling this game was announced. Yeah, medicine. It was shown on one of the previous showcases. July 8th. Soon. Soon. Another horror games. Spiral Down, the horror episodes. M. Hello. Oh, he's reading. Suppose something will happen that will... The hell? Take your eyes out? Don't take your eyes out. What is inside the red fridge? The fridge is red. No, it's the name of the game.
Rated teen.
I don't feel anything about horror games. Mostly. Oh, look, he's flying. It's not a Walter. Or was it? Oh, you shoot stuff. You shoot robots. With shotgun and handgun. With old rifles.
Oh my god, what is happening?
So it's like retro-futuristic. What if people created robots earlier this age?
Oh my god, is this right?
Industria. Really not impressive. Exclusive! 11-Bit Studios presents.
It's Carol from 11-Bit Studios. I'm glad to be back at Guerilla Collective because we've been pretty busy for the last 2 years. So first of all, I would like to introduce Luke Whitaker from State of Play, the creators of South of the Circle, because they would like to tell you more about how they are creating games.
South of the Circle, okay.
I'm Luke Whitaker. I'm creative director of State of Play. We made South of the Circle, which is a narrative adventure game set in Antarctica in the 1960s.
Antarctica in 1960s, okay. Rotoscoping?
I played it on such an unusual setting because I was fascinated by the surreal beauty of Antarctica. Our lead character, Peter's experience in Antarctica, remembering all his past, got me thinking about my own experiences, my own memories, and how my memories of past events are often different to other people's memories of that event. And I got looking into the science of it and realized that what we're doing when we are accessing memories, we're taking them out, we're thinking about them, experiencing them. When they go back, they may be slightly altered. And so over a period of time, we may have completely different memories of an event. And maybe we have a family member who has been telling the same story for 20 years, and it's now very different to the first story they told.
Oh.
We wanted to tell the story about power and the individual and how these big powers can affect our lives. But the more we worked on this story, the more it became apparent this was a story about the individual and the individual choices we make. And we realized the most interesting thing and the most important thing in our lives are all those small emotional decisions we make and the promises we make in life. Yeah, I want to make people think and feel something. And in South of the Circle, we look at what are the far-reaching consequences of your childhood. And this is why I think video games are a fascinating medium.
Maybe it's gonna be something interesting.
Was a very emotional game to create. It's an emotional game to play. And soon you'll be able to experience this for yourself on consoles and PC.
South of the Circle is the future for us, but it doesn't mean we forget about our past. For me, as one of the creators, it's hard to believe that it's been almost 8 years since the release of this war of mine, and we've been pretty busy during that time. So let me introduce Paweł Michowski, who'll tell you more about it.
This War of Mine Final Cut.
This War of Mine is an extraordinary game about civilians in war trying to survive the war. Released originally in 2014 on PC, and Final Cut is the ultimate version of the game, released only a month ago on current-gen consoles. The game is special on many layers. I mean, it speaks about human dignity in very inhuman times. Imagine being put in a war-torn city where you have to deal with lack of everything: food, medication, treatment, dealing with constant danger. In such horrible times, it takes a lot of cost and heavy effort to stay human. And this War of Mine speaks exactly about it.
This is very depressing game.
Cut has got a lot of content comparing to the old-gen version, a content unavailable in that one. New civilians, new scenarios, new locations. So practically the game is a few times bigger comparing to the old one. And I need to stress out that in the game there is no tutorial. And you may ask why. It's simple, because in war no one would tell you how to survive. since 2014, we've been constantly developing the game, adding new story-driven scenarios, a lot of free updates, a ton of content, including even charity content that was directed specifically towards gathering funds for War Child in this case. And lately we've organized donation for Ukrainian Red Cross just by selling the game, and we amounted $1 million almost. So actually this War of Mine is a great example that a game can make a change and be that way something more than just a game.
This is good. That's good charity for a
That's all we've got for you today. And I hope you
for a people.
an opportunity to be here. I would like to thank you all for supporting 11 Pursuit for so many years, because it's thanks to you that we were able to achieve so many great things. And while speaking about great things, there's actually one more to come, and it's right around the corner. So be sure to follow up 11B Studios news in upcoming days, because you're gonna like it, trust me.
It's a good studio. They made a powerful emotional game. They should. It's good. Everything good for with them.
I'm Jörg Tittel, and I'm the writer and director of The Last Worker, a first-person narrative adventure centered around our struggle in an increasingly automated world.
I'm Ryan Bousfield, I run Wolf and Wood, and we're bringing The Last Worker to PC, console, and VR platforms in 2020.
They showed a little bit of this game on previous showcases.
Into the body, the mind, and the seat of Kurt, the last human worker at Youngle Fulfillment Center 1, the largest such facility on Earth, the size of the sunken city of Manhattan. And you've been there for 25 years, you've never made a single mistake, which is why you still have your job, and that's why everyone else has lost theirs.
It's easy to marvel at the wonders of Youngle, but remember, here at Youngle, time waits for no man.
You can say that again.
It's easy to marvel at the wonders of Youngle.
Stop.
But of course you're not entirely alone in the game. There's Skew, your only friend and cobot, played by Jason Isaacs, who you might know from Harry Potter, Star Trek Discovery, Death of Stalin, Oliver Dar Olofsson, Zelda Williams, David Hewlett, Claire Hope Ashity, and Tommy Earl Jenkins. We've got an incredible cast.
This area should be off limits.
At Youngle, there are no limits.
So you start out doing the day-to-day work of Kurt, dispatching products, you're keeping up with the robots. But obviously this is not a work simulator. You're soon contacted by a group of activists called Spear. They want you to kind of delve deeper into the facility. They want you to take on this espionage, we're calling kind of stealth light gameplay, where you do have to go to these zones where you're not supposed to be. And so you've got to delve deeper, picking up tools and weapons later on to access these areas. So you're always going to have that push and pull between the activists and Kurt's pride in his day-to-day job.
Don't worry, she won't hurt you. Again, right? Hoverbird?
I can't promise anything.
It's a story and world rich with drama and even the occasional moments of horror and a lot of comedy as well. Because it's important for us to build a world that you actually want to inhabit. We wanted to make something that is crafted with love and full of color. We have been working with Mick McMahon, the incredible comics legend and co-creator of Judge Dredd, on designing these characters in the world with him. And I hope you will enjoy the very unique look of our game.
At Youngle, nothing.
The game is packed with so many surprises and crazy cool moments. We just cannot wait for you to play it.
I was telling there's a cool cast. Cast of actors when they first announced it, so I'm really interested in this game. The Last Worker. Should wishlist it. Yep. Will not forget. I'll do this.
Justin, remember, the Frigidaire is red. You can't take your eyes off of it.
I mean, you don't have to ask me thrice. You know what? Signalis is also looking slick with its old school PlayStation textures and gritty yet smooth, ominous style. Such awesome, like, gritty games.
That's true. To loosen things up, you guys don't have to worry about staring at a crimson icebox. We've got some upbeat style arcade titles coming at you. Let's shred right into it.
Shred it.
Upbeat arcade titles. Exclusive. Snowboarding. What do you mean returns? Is this SSX? How's this old game was called? Where we're doing skiing and snowboarding and all this snow stuff. A bunch of snow stuff. Capybara? Capybara? Para snowboarding? I don't know, it's strange. Animals, it's also snowboarding here and there, and not only in snow but in sand. Hee. Slope crushers. Nah. I don't like sports. No. Oh, what's this? It's like an adventure. Pokemon-like? Pokemon-like adventure? Cassette beasts! Combine any monsters with fusion! VHS fusion! Unbound! That's a nice bit to it. Great, Salamangus. Scalamangus. Okay, this is nice. Wow. It's a crow dog. Was that a robot? Cassette beasts. Looks fun. Fun Pokemon variant. Why not? Beat them up with scribbly twists for player cooperative. It's beat 'em up. It's huh. Like Scribble Notes, but different. No, Scribble Notes wasn't beat 'em up. So you playing as what? Like a pencil? Contract killer. Paperbound games. I see colorful circles moving around here and there. Oh, it's puzzle game. A musical puzzle game? Like sound beats? View? Oh. If it was the name of companies, I couldn't read them. Record? You like create your own music in playful manner? Right, Moss? By Floppy Club?
Justin.
He can't stop.
Justin!
What? I'm trying to play Witch and Wiz here.
What?
What? Candy?
Please put down the handheld. I have a really special surprise for you.
Okay, you have my undivided attention now.
Good. Good. Because next up, we're going to go back to the future and share some neo-retro games, soon-to-be classics, that give you that old-school funk, that give you that feeling. We're going to start out with our favorite Heroes in a Half Shell, see what's happening with the Kickstarter Symphony of the Night Indie South Darling, and much more.
This better be good.
Oh, it will be.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes out of shells. Total power. Yes, 6-player cooperative. In 16 of June? Oh, you have Naginata. Yeah, that's gonna help you so much. Against Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So they're just showing gameplay. Oh, that's hectic. I mean, how you can keep up with what's happening on the screen? Especially when 6 players doing stuff. I have trouble following even with 4 players. Oh, April and Splinter. Oh. Ow. It's strange seeing April fighting with microphone. Whoa, 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 whoa. She's beating them with tripod camera. That's strange. Huh. Oh, I mean, beat 'em up gameplay, it's cool and all, but I barely see anything new, and I probably should not watch so much if I don't want to spoil myself from playing this game. So yeah, stop it. Move on. Exclusive.
The dragon stirs in the void, and an empire trembles. The rule of the Magi Lords is failing. Where now shall we place our faith? In the low cunning of the sellswords, or in the golden dead to whom we offer prayers?
It's like Might and Magic.
Foul magical praxis of witches and lay sorcerers. No.
Dungeon Crawler.
This is our punishment. We woke the dragon, and for us, there is no salvation.
Scald against the Black Priory. It looks like a dungeon crawler. Parental advisory. The bloodiest game I have ever seen. It's not blood, it's something. Bloodsucker Anti-Terror Squad. Microids. Oh, we all played once. This legendary game. Yep, that's true. 36 years later, with the iconic blockbreaker game will return with 4 exclusive mods. Neo! It's fully modernized version. Retro. Discover a part of history. Versus Vtuber player local multiplayer split screen. And for the first time ever, 24 players playing. Eternal Battle! 25 player online battle royale! Seriously? 14 players remaining! And B! The last one! Standing! Akanoid. Eternal Battle. Well, yes, we all played this game and the remaking the stuff. October 2022. Oh. This dagger is magical. Is it not? And crystallized. Now everything dark. A break 9-year-long course. Oh, it's this one with Halbert. I saw it yesterday. Yes, it's interesting Metroidvania. Face your deepest fears. Oh no. Face your deepest fears. Cute. Now everything colorful. Befriend an unexpected ally. Little teddy bear. Cute. Rolling over water, Poseidon armor. You can be a mermaid with water armor. Rolling over Earth's Gaia armor. Yeah, it's Alphan one. Oh. Rolling over fire, Helios armor. I'm not afraid of your fire. Discover secrets of a lost castle. Featuring guest composers. They actually in the game. Conquer the darkness. Yes, I mean, I was interested yesterday, I am still now. Nice. How's it called? Albert and Teddy Bear will break the curse. A 9-year-old. 9 year of shadows.
You're right, Candace. Thank you so much for Cry Chopping the handheld, because that was lit. Turtles in Time was my childhood right there. Can't wait for the Cowabunga collection. Shout out to Digital Eclipse. Also, Bats is out now, and you can pre-order the physical edition from Limited Run Games. I'm going to pick up all of those games when they are out of the oven.
I am too. Coming up next are some surprises that fall into our last category, but also add some new flex to the RPG and strategy genre as well. Let's menu dive into the next set of games, shall we?
We shall.
Welcome to WrestleQuest, the world's first pro wrestling RPG, and the sweatiest game here at the Guerilla Collective Showcase. I'm Zach, the head of narrative here at Megacat Studios.
I'm Andy. I'm one of our senior designers.
WrestleQuest!
Show you that has never been seen before. So WrestleQuest includes real-world wrestling legends like Macho Man Randy Savage, Jeff Jarrett, Jake the Snake, and more. These guys appear as
I know none of them.
With people coming from all over to pay tribute to these icons. These sites are also the starting point for side quests themed around each legend. Here on screen, Machacha Man and his friends are at the end of one of these quests. They've been investigating a strange cult of Wrestle Raiders that worship the Road Warriors. After a chase through the Mad Max-style wasteland, the quest comes to a head with a wrestling match against Hawk and Animal on the back of a speeding big rig. So each of these side quests themed around the real wrestling legends. Some of them you'll help the wrestlers, some of them you'll end up fighting them, like here. And no matter the outcome, they're always the key to the game's best moves. So sometimes you'll get iconic gear or outfits from the wrestlers, other times you'll be able to summon them into battle. So I know some RPGs will let you summon dragons and monsters and whatnot, but only WrestleQuest will let you summon Jake the Snake to rip a DDT on your enemies, or in this case, if you're able to beat the Road Warriors, you'll be able to summon them to do their Doomsday device on your foes. Andy, what's your favorite thing about the Road Warriors?
I love the fact that they can put their mohawks together to power up. they fit in to each other very nicely.
It's important to have that type of symmetry. Speaking of working together, Andy's showing you some of our tag team maneuvers here.
Yeah, so it's a turn-based combat in wrestling settings, and I see that everything around is like Mad Max style.
Tag team maneuvers
Huh.
and even triple teams between them. So it's one more
Or
way
just
to
this battle.
visualize how you play. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see the hype meter. This is an indication of the crowd's engagement and interest in the fight. If you come in and you just spam the attack button, they'll get bored and that'll drain out and your enemies will get stronger. But if you approach the battle with a little bit more showmanship and creativity, that'll fill up and you start to get bonuses, extra damage.
You heard it. You have to create hype and entertain people in order to do cool stuff, and special abilities. Damn. Not only you have to entertain people as a VTuber, you also have to entertain people when you play in game. Damn. Imagine doing stream for this game. You have to entertain both chat and people in the game. That was WrestleQuest.
I'm Buddy, the community
Oh.
manager for Akupara Games, and today I'd like to introduce you to the core gameplay of Zoetti, our poker-based roguelike by Dusklight Games.
Why it's poker based?
You've got all the ingredients that make a core roguelike experience. You play as one of a few different characters with their own unique play styles. As, you fight your way through a number of battles before facing off against a boss. And every time you win a fight, you get a reward. You get more powerful before you face tougher challenges.
I love the art style and I hate card games.
Good roguelike experience. When we get into skills and abilities that you're using to win those battles,
Oh, it's Hyena Boy, like in Alchemy Stars.
in Zoetti, you have a limited number of skill slots, and each one is tied to a particular hand of poker. The rarer the hand, the more powerful the skill. Two pair is going to be weaker than, a straight flush. So,
Understandable.
this is how it works. At the beginning of the fight, you draw a bunch of cards. These are
Mhm.
playing cards, and depending on the kinds of poker hands you can create, you can activate those skills. If you have 3 of a kind in hand, you can activate the skill tied to 3 of a kind. So here, I'm going to activate Boundless Battle Spirit, which buffs my damage a bunch. And then I'm going to activate it again, and then I'm going to hit a bunch of times with individual strikes. When you win a battle in Zoetti, you don't add more or different cards to your deck. That's always going to stay the same. Instead, you can add new skills, or level up your existing skills, or acquire different skills for slots that you already have filled. Changing out these skills allows you to really customize your build, and you're always going to want a balance of offense and defense, which begs the question, do you want a powerful defense?
I would be more excited if this was not card based.
House, or do you want something that's a little bit weaker, but
At some point I'll have to try it.
pair of cards that you're going to
Just for art style.
basically every hand that you draw. And all of this is affected by the underlying statistics and modifiers of the game. So for instance, hand size or the number of cards you draw per turn are statistics that you can invest in. You keep all of the cards that you don't play on a turn, which means you can have 11, 12, 13 cards in hand, which gives you much better access to some of your deeper, more powerful skills, like
Oh boy.
tied to a full house or a straight. You can also increase the amount that you draw per turn, allowing you to just kind of dump your hand every single turn for maximum tempo. And those are just 2 examples. There's plenty of cool, complex modifiers that, you can pick up to enable really interesting builds for the game. Anyway,
Nice.
I think that's about as complicated as I'm willing to get for this video. For now, if you want to learn more about Zoetti, I'd recommend wishlisting us on Steam, since I'm going to be really showing off some of the deeper, more complex mechanics in the not-too-distant future. And, that's probably the best way to keep on top of things. I hope you have a really good time checking out the awesome titles at the Guerilla Collective, and, otherwise, I wish you the best of luck in your travels. Cheers.
Gravity Indie Games, Grid Force, Mask of the Goddess. Live by the sword tactics. Oh. Nice. Like Fire Emblem like. Necroboy, Pass of Evil Sheep. Oh, what's this beautiful game? Retro-inspired JRPG? Who will you choose? Priam? She's a Lancer. She got 2 hoof. Atlas? Archer? Sage Magician? Flamboyant? Experience each character's pass. So, the story with every character would be not the same? Fishing! Find treasures? Catch chickens! And more. And this is only the beginning of their epic journey. Well, what's up for a cool JRPGs? Alterium Shift. New PC demo in third quarter 2022. Coming to PC and consoles. I would like a release date, but it's okay. They're making exclusive. Inventory.
The world isn't all sunshine and rainbows. If you want to be a hero here, just being good isn't enough.
Is this clicker?
The world is ruled by greed, and greed is exactly what you need here. So kill.
That was sudden. So just killing and robbing people? What?
And loot.
Understandable. It's called greed, after all.
Anyone who stands in your way on the path to greatness.
Greed inventory. Wow.
Hello everyone, I am Nana Moon, and this is Keylocker turn-based cyberpunk action. Keylocker is a turn-based tactical rhythm RPG taking place in a world without music, where you play as the illegal singer Bobo, her twin brother and hacker Dealer, and the jukebot drummer Rocket. We pick up with Dealer and Rocket searching
The world with band music?
taken by the satellites, the ultimate authorities of Saturn. They have entered the droid factory, the domain of one of Saturn's satellites, the Lesto, but the way forward is filled with dangerous foes. The combat of Keylocker takes place on a tactical grid, where every move must be considered. Plan your actions carefully, as each attack comes with its own field of damage. Timing your attack is crucial for survival, as every perfect hit brings you closer to victory and every miss closer to death.
So
Some attacks will cause passive effects to appear on the grids. By using the plug modifier, the fabricant has spawned an electrical field on one of the tiles, recharging his EP every turn. Unfortunately, his life points are too low to take advantage of this strategic position.
So you have to rhythmically and at right buttons. You have to push right buttons to the right time to do stuff.
Luckily, Dealer has spent a long time preparing for this moment, holding keys to increase his progress on the skill tree. The droids are no match for his skill level.
A more dynamic turn-based combat. That's nice.
Rocket, however, was only recently given combat capabilities and could do with an upgrade. Let's take a look at his skill tree with the keys we have received from combat.
Skill. Skill tree, not skill, a skill tree.
The skill tree has 2 branches available, and each different class gets an unique one. You start at the top using keys to level up the talents until it unlocks the next one below it. Talents will increase your stats, let you add unique modifiers to attacks, add passive abilities, or unlock new gear for use. Progressing far enough down the skill tree will even let you cross your skill tree with another class, creating hybrid classes. More on that in the future. If you want to see more of Keylocker, head over to our Steam page and make sure to wishlist and follow. We will have a demo available there during the summer of gaming, so make sure to check that out. Thank you.
Oh. Symphony of War! Out now! How many classes are 50? If you start organizing your squads, then they automatically fight when you're on tactical map. So we're just enjoying it. If you believe the level posts from yesterday. Yeah, and once again, it's out now. No, for a really low price. Yeah, and it's giant, if I remember correctly, from yesterday. Symphony of War available now on Steam and Epic Games Store. Check it out.
Wow, Justin, WrestleQuest looks fantastic. The nostalgia of those pixels brings me right back to playing Royal Rumble with my brother on the Genesis.
I feel you.
It also brings me back to some trauma.
Trauma?
Trauma, yeah. You know, my brother recorded over all of my high school cheerleading VHS tapes with episodes of Monday Night Raw.
That is so ridiculous.
It did, and it gave me a really bad relationship with wrestling, but there's something about WrestleQuest that's making me second guess that, and I feel like I should really let all of this go.
You definitely should make that happen.
You know what, Joey? I love you, and I forgive you. Now I can move on with my life.
Great breakthrough, Candace. And now that that's all over, we can move on with our lives and the rest of the show. Candy, how can we support these devs and their games?
By the Steam event page, Justin. So everybody, be sure to check out the Guerilla Collective 3 event page on Steam.
Definitely support the devs, check out their games, wishlist them, and all that jazz for sure. Okay, kids, it's GC3 key time. Here's the QR code. Take a picture of it for some of your favorite awesome Guerilla Collective games from the developers and publishers representing the GC.
I want those.
Free keys. You love them. You see the QR code. Take it. First come, first serve. Boom. Up next on GC3, it is time for some action. We're going to share some indie titles that represent tough in the action adventure department. So let's go.
Action adventure.
I'm Giacomo Masi, narrative director at Soulmate Games, and I'm here to present to you our latest work, Batora Lost Haven, which will launch this fall. Batora is a narrative action RPG where Avril, our protagonist, will have to face a cosmic journey and use her powers to save who and what she loves, making many significant choices that will change the destiny of the whole universe.
For indie game, it looks really good, so yeah, should check it out.
4 different worlds, each representing one of the natural elements. The one we are seeing right now is Wild, the planet of Air, which is composed of 5 completely different areas that will feature a scorching desert, this eerie mountain, a mystical river infested by evil spirits, and so much more. We've had a lot of fun creating intriguing characters with their own cultures and customs, alongside with colorful and vibrant environments that you'll get to explore in details thanks to an in-game zoom. All the planets that Avril will visit during the game are actually inspired by real places and human cultures. For example, Wuhav is strongly based on Chinese mythologies and settings, and this cute little lizard that we see here is called Yoke. He's from the Xayah tribe and is also a companion that will help us in combat while we uncover the secrets of this mysterious world. Speaking of fighting, Batora features two different combat styles that revolves around the main concept of the game, dualism. In her physical form, Avril will be able to use a sword to fight in melee, while in her mental form she'll be able to throw projectiles at enemies. Switching between them constantly during fight allows the player to adapt to every situation and change his strategy in a split second. This is important.
Nice, you have melee and range attacker.
Batora is divided into 3 different variations: physical, mental, and hybrid. So changing out combat style constantly is essential to emerge victorious. The nature switch mechanic is also used to solve many puzzles. For example, this one is a memory game that requires the player to listen to a sequence of notes and reproduce them with the help of Avril's physical and mental powers. The narrative side of Batora is also based on duality, and players will be able to shape their own path thanks to the karma system. During an adventure, Avril will have to make many difficult decisions, and each of them will have heavy consequences that may lead to different outcomes and endings. So, are you ready to meet fascinating creatures, explore mysterious planets, and discover where your decisions will take you? Batora Lost Haven is coming on PC and consoles this fall. Don't miss any of the news and surprises related to Batora. Wishlist it right now on Steam.
I'm sure I already wishlisted it. Autumn. This autumn. Remember this. Team 17.
As Hilda delves deeper into the quest for her lost
Astergas, Curse of the Stars.
she will encounter many dangers and challenges in the city of Aphes. Let us introduce you to one of the main adversaries that Hilda will have to confront, Eulalia, the Prey. Famous for her beautiful voice, Eulalia used to be the most recognized singer during Aphes' glorious golden age.
But she was cursed?
Like so many others, Eulalia would fall victim to the curse that spread across the city 1,000 years ago. The famine brought on by the Asterigos changed her into something else. She turned to an evil cult, the Ethrus, and dedicated herself to it, becoming a symbol by using her reputation and voice to lure more people to join the cult.
Oh. And we will have to fight her, huh?
The encounter starts with Eulalia flying around the top of the seats while sending attacks like voice shock blasts, feather blades, and cyclones.
Stymphalian birds.
Will descend to the ground to fight Hilda herself with even more dangerous claw and wing strikes.
You know, I like this a lot more than Gods and Monsters.
Eulalia would fly to the sky and use her voice and feather blades to attack Hilda again. And this time,
sirens.
Calls upon several harpy minions to assist her.
Oh, harpies.
During this phase, Hilda must fight the minions while watching out for Eulalia's deadly attacks from above. Once Hilda has dealt with the minions, Eulalia will land again, and this time with despair as she will cause feather storms to swoop around the amphitheater. This is when the battle culminates. The feather storms will continually fire sharp blades as Hilda cautiously counters Eulalia's onslaught in close combat. In the end, only the strongest will survive.
It's a cool looking game.
Enjoy this preview, and we can't
Asterigos, Curse of the Stars.
Asterigos with you.
This autumn. Assemble Entertainment presents Explore a new world. Meet new friends. Solve time-bending puzzles. Oh, it's a nice Zelda-like game, I suppose. I would enjoy playing it. I'm sure of it. Unravel the secrets of Excel. Excel? I don't know how to pronounce it. Thank you for hints, and now I know how to create bridges. Excel. Or Excel. How do you pronounce it? It looks interesting. Coming summer. This summer. So, 2 months. Oh. Oh, look. It's a metric game that reminds me of Harry Potter. Use your spells creatively. Clearly it's inspired by Harry Potter. Learn new spells! Basic spell? Find powerful artifacts. Cryptic Catalyst? Create your own student character. Oh. You can use Harry Potter glasses. But should you?
Spells and secrets.
Yeah, I couldn't write it better. No, not right. Read. I couldn't read it better. Oh, it's a frog. 2 frogs. Fish and cat. It's a grumpy frog statue. And it's just a grumpy frog. Or is it a toad? Is there a clear difference between frog and toads? So you play as a cat fight training bosses. Cat and a fish at the same time. Is it a wolf? A unique co-op experience includes single player mode. Explore uncharted river spots. I see. So it's like what was this game about divorce? This became Game of the Year. Story of unlikely friendship between cat and fish. River Tales. Stronger together. Snow Castle.
A tranquil island was hidden from the world. But one day, its shield vanished. The magical Amri once gave life, but now corrupts it. And all creatures, great and small, are being enslaved. Can you save Ikene Island? Embark on an enchanting adventure. Explore a land of secrets. Free and befriend all kinds of animals. And use their talents to make new discoveries.
Oh, what a nice doggy.
Battle enemies. Or just hang out.
Or chill.
Decorate it however you like. And help develop your hamlet. Grow all kinds of crops on your farm.
Of course.
And craft everything you need to thwart greedy pirates, repel monsters, and uncover mysteries. In time,
slimes.
you can explore and restore peace to Ikone Island. A new Earthlock
Oh.
adventure is about to begin.
Also, as multiplayer soon.
Coming soon on Steam.
And other games, it looks like the previous one. I suppose it's also adventure with chilling and crafting. And he collects his letters to show us. Oh. I remember there was a lot of memes about this fish. Set sail July 12th. Oh, time on a frog island. Oh, tomorrow. What's this? It looks really retro. Program. Why it's called a program?
Hey there. Don't you love a fun, upbeat platformer?
Not so much.
You take control of Renata, daughter of world-famous archaeologists and inventors. They didn't allow her to accompany them to the dangerous ruins of the Temple of Beelzebub. And now, with the help of her trusty Frogan, she must save them and prove that she's a capable explorer too.
Of course. Or there wouldn't be any adventure game.
Jump, zip line, grab, and throw. The Frogan is not only your grappling hook, but also your best friend.
You're my friend, but you're also a gun.
Long gaps or even activate a lever from afar.
Yeah. I would not play it.
Bug bosses that serve as the guardians between areas. They may look charming, but they're powerful foes. Collect all sorts of treasure, including hats you can swap your helmet with, gallery pictures, tons of medals, and a full bestiary.
It's a full bestiary, wow.
Be on the lookout for Jake. He's a young treasure hunter who'll stop at nothing to get to the treasure before Renata. Whenever you find him, the race is on.
Who? Rival?
Look around for hidden treasure and alternate paths because every level is full of surprises and optional objectives. From lush jungles to stinky swamps, snowy mountaintops and lava-filled shrines, the varied ruins ensure you'll need to be prepared for anything. But above all else, be prepared for lots of fun in Frogan.
I don't suppose I would. Have a lot of fun playing this game, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but not this one. Next. Can we go? Can we go next? Next game? Any next game?
I am loving all of the frog games hopping around. Frog Gun and A Time on Frog Island. Oh my god. Ridiculous and amazing premises.
Yeah, Spells and Secrets will definitely have me showing off my magic touch. But Tora, so many solid titles.
Okay, kids, it's GC3 key time. Here is the QR code. Take a snapshot of it for some awesome games from developers and publishers representing
if you want to.
GC Guerilla Collective.
I want.
A minute at a time. There's a limited keys. We're going to be popping these up. Okay.
Get it.
That's enough. Okay. Y'all got your keys. Boom.
Up next,
wow.
Put on our creative caps and get back into strategy. Show off some games that are focused on world building, narrative construction, and tending to your magnificent gardens. Let's hop right in and go.
Let's go.
Let's go!
The human civilization has
said that the post-apocalypse has got to be all dire. In I Am Future, you find yourself on the roof in a sunken and overgrown city once called Cosmopolis, where nature reigns now.
Huh.
Gather
It's
food
against
for
sort of...
various delicious dishes. Build yourself a base that would work seamlessly. Disassemble the old house appliances to create new stuff out of old parts. Explore Cosmopolis, find useful resources and new friends? I did not expect to see a talking fridge there.
What?
Get away and start your life fresh in I Am Future.
I Am Future.
In 2022. Wish list now.
On Steam. I don't feel very enthusiastic about this. Sorry.
Premier fuel station and technological hub. As the manager of Flat-Eye, we're entrusting you to provide unparalleled customer service. Let's explore the various modules you'll be tasked with to outfit your station. You'll be able to unlock the new technologies through the profits you earn with excellent customer service. So be attentive. At the start, your module list will be limited, but each new unit placed opens up new menus of possibilities. Take this module you've installed. Thanks to your diligent work stocking shelves and promptly dealing with customer purchases, you now have enough to upgrade it to a smart toilet. We can tell so much by analyzing whatever's going down the drain. With this
She
data,
didn't put her pants on.
we open a doctor booth to provide sound medical advice to patrons so they can have their illnesses diagnosed and treated with further iLife branded medical modules. In essence, you have the most important job in the world. Flat-Eye, making decisions for the benefit of everyone.
Boy. Dramatic iceberg. It's like unpacking, but about raising plants inside the house. So this game probably really chill. Just meditate while you raising plants inside the house with all the soil and water. Also put a lot of furniture to make it comfortable. Garden in house? World premiere! I thought it's something minimalistic. Or is... Which is the game?
Be there in just a second, Mom!
There were dark things in this forest, and you are not one of them. You have to help us. Save us. From her.
But your mom called you to go to eat. You can't ignore it. No! He got stuck in the video game.
Honey?
Now he's a wisp. Which strange things. Don't confuse it with Death Stranding. Oh, it's another Pokemon-like game? It's, yeah, chilling and building. Oh wait, this is... Tower defense? Oh, it's also tower defense. One play tower defense. Oh, it's a giant slime. Necromancer? Oh. Is there PvP multiplayer inside tower defense game where you also need to build stuff? Monster Outbreak, August 25.
Look at this, Justin. Another dead plant. I could definitely use some gardening tips.
Show enough, you do not have a green thumb, Candy.
I know. I think, you know what, Justin? No more row plants. From now on, we're sticking to Animal Crossing and Garden Inn.
How could you?
Now, for our final segment, we're going to touch your imagination with games that tickle your soul and jiggle your mind. Let's hop into some games that bring a sense of awe, wonder, and give you all the feels.
Jiggle your mind, though.
Jiggle your mind.
Well,
Jiggle your mind. Exclusive. Ah, it's this one. You play as a mutant boy in a
It was a hot, sunny day.
world that changed,
Fish
and
died in the lake, and birds stopped singing. Those who could escaped to Mars. I ran deep into the forest, where she-wolf raised me with her cubs.
oh, Mowgli.
Many moons later, you returned. You hunted and played golf. One day, I found one of you dead, so I put his helmet on.
Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Greetings, all you Martians out there. It's time for another round of Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Blue skies, warm days, the long-lost summers of our past on Earth. Will we ever return? Stay tuned for more on that.
So he's listening to mass radio while doing all this stuff, traversing through Earth. Oh, gold. Don't mean anything. In ruin. Uh-oh. Run!
A little toddler pop there, taking us back to the days of late-stage capitalism at its finest. Child labor never sounded so sweet.
The cub. Mira, Legend of Jeans. Little Night Games. Oh, I remember this. This was interesting. It's Metroidvania, right? Yeah, action combat. Fun fact, I like Metroidvanias, but I don't like platformers. So it's hard for me to find a good game to be interested in. Here you have action combat, and not much of platforming, I see. Boss battles, yes. And I like the aesthetic. Mira, the Legend of Jeans. Interested? Yep. Interesting. Wish listed later.
I'm Buddy, the community manager for Akupara Games, and today I'd like to introduce you to the 5 new playable slug cats coming in Rain World Downpour, our new expansion for Rain World coming soon. If you haven't heard about the Downpour expansion for Rain World, it's bringing a whole host of new changes, characters, enemies, areas, and more to the Rain World experience. But the thing I really want to dig into today are those 5 adorable new slug cats. They are the Rivulet, the Spearmaster, the Saint, the Gourmand, and the Artificer. Up first, let's talk
don't know what Rain World is.
Has a ton of advantages to living in the harsh, foreboding environment of Rain World. It runs faster, jumps higher, and can breathe underwater, which means it can zip across the map between rainstorms. That's the good news. The bad news is, 1, all that running and swimming burns a ton of calories. 2, Rivulet's hibernation cycles are shorter than any other slug cat. And 3, it doesn't carry much food over from day to day. Play the rivulet if you want to be agile, but don't mind stocking up between storms. If you're looking for a little more aggression, though, maybe the Spearmaster will be for you. This spiky slug cat spawns spears, which is a tongue twister that I nailed on the first try. This is my first take, definitely not my fifth one, out of its tail, which means that anytime you can start stabbing spiders, scavengers, or squidcada. The Spearmaster drains 1 food for every spear it lands on a target.
I don't understand what it's about, so I'm not quite interested in it, and I don't understand what's happening.
If you want to survive as Spearmaster, you better be out for blood. Play the Spearmaster if you want to be the Predator, hunting down prey and aggressively thriving between rainstorms. But maybe you want the opposite of that aggressive playstyle. Well, the Saint much prefers to avoid confrontations at all costs, which even includes using its long tongue to grapple through areas of the world. If the rivulet is nimble in water, the Saint is acrobatic in the air, and you need to use that aerial finesse to stay high above the danger. The Saint won't even touch a spear, which can leave it a little bit exposed to being hunted down and devoured. Play the Saint if you want to deftly dodge your doom with your acrobatic antics. Okay, there's so much more I want to talk about, but I only have like 30 seconds left. There's 2 more slippery slug cats coming in Rain World Downpour, and I swear to God, one of them is the cutest thing you have seen in your life. You know, the other is just kind of cute. Honestly, I'm just saying that to be nice. He's pretty messed up looking. You can go watch an extended cut of this video featuring them right now on
I have no idea what this is.
the Rain World Steam page. Otherwise, I hope you have a great time at the Guerilla Collective. Cheers.
You're rolling? You keep rolling, rolling, rolling. And then flying. Sci-fi dreamscapes? So you're just traversing? You're traversing through different planets? And that's everything? Just exploring and doing nothing? No story whatsoever. Okay. I mean, maybe? I don't know. EXO-1. Soon. Photographs? Taking photographs? It's the whole game about taking different photographs? Oh, you learn Japanese language by... Ah, that's nice. Study with your photo album. Attention. What was it? Read Japanese lessons and practice. Hiragana and katakana. Greetings. Ohayou gozaimasu. Konbanwa. Test your memory in find mode. Wataru. Ah, hotaru. Kushia. Odamono. Skateboard up. No, that's really nice. Slashingo. Learn Japanese with photography. Yes, yes.
My soul is genuinely tickled right now. Those games were so wonderful.
So many amazing games today. It was really incredible.
Over 60 games. It's crazy. Yeah. Thanks once again to our sponsors and broadcasting partners for their support. PlayStation, Razer, Astro Gaming, Tencent, our fellow devs and publishers, 11-Bit, Akupara, All In Games, Assemble Entertainment, Aurora Punks, Freedom, Graffiti, Gravity Games,
A lot of sponsors,
Modern Wolf, Raw Fury, Tiny Build, and Wired Productions. Also, we cannot forget our broadcasting partners, Twitch, GameSpot, Valve, and IGN for their support.
It should be the end for Guerilla, but now gonna Wholesome Games start. So I probably I'll be restarting stream on YouTube, but we'll keep going on both Trova and here
Awesome studio and the scrappy
on Twitch.
team as
So
well as AV Society. Be sure to tune in on Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific and 4 p.m. Eastern, where the Guerilla Collective gaming greatness will continue with GC 3.5.
I don't know if they're gonna show everything new on 3.5.
Guerilla Collect and everywhere else at Guerilla Collective, as well as the Mix at Indie Exchange on Twitter and at Media Indie Exchange everywhere else. Once again, I am your host, Justin Woodward from The Mix, with my lovely co-host, Candice McKinney.
Yeah, Guerilla ended, and we're gonna watch Wholesome Games soon. And I need to
With that, we are signing off and passing it off to Jenny Wyndham,
stop and continue.
to jump into the
Continue on YouTube.
games with Wholesome Direct. We'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you soon. Peace.
Hey everyone, and thank you so much, Candy. A huge congratulations to all of the developers